All right. So again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our session on EBSCOhost and user training for UOW Malaysia. My name is Ryan Salas, and I am a training specialist for the region of Southeast Asia. I train EBSCO customers across Singapore, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Indonesia. I am a librarian by profession, and prior to joining EBSCO in 2022, I was a technical services head librarian in an academic library. I am currently working remotely from my home office in the Philippines. And these are the objectives for our session. And it is my hope that by the end of our training, you'll be able to navigate and search the new EBSCOhost user interface, describe and apply relevant facets and limiters to refine your search results, describe and access the tools and features available. We're also going to access the dashboard. I'll show you how you can browse and search for EBSCO ebooks using the new EBSCOhost platform. We're going to save, email, and print portions of an ebook. We're also going to touch on the EBSCO mobile app, and I'm going to show you how you can download the EBSCO mobile app for Android or iOS devices. And we're going to find and read resources on the EBSCO mobile app, and finally locate relevant help and support resources using EBSCO Connect, which is our help website. Before we start, if you have any questions throughout the training, please feel free to use the chat box, or you can also unmute your microphones. Please feel free to interrupt me and I'll be glad to stop and answer your questions. Now, as you may be aware, your institution is subscribing to EBSCO resources. And did you know that EBSCO resources have a lot of advantages over free internet search? Here is a side-by-side comparison of the advantage of using EBSCO resources over free internet search. First is relevance. So by using EBSCO resources, you'll be able to retrieve relevant content. It also has authoritative content, limiters and filters. You also have the ability to save searches and your search results. There is also provision for citation assistance, various age appropriate interfaces. You can also access, or we also have more accessibility, privacy, and finally provision for instructional support. And in this session, we're also going to explore valuable tips and tricks that you can use to elevate your searching experience. So we have here the Boolean operators, and these are simple words comprised of the and, or, and not. And we use this as conjunctions to refine, broaden, and exclude a keyword. We have here the and Boolean operator, and this is used between terms to combine and narrow your search. So the and Boolean operator will look for all records that include both search terms. So to provide context, I'm using education and health. And if we're going to use the and Boolean operator, the system will then combine these two keywords and narrow down the scope of our search. We also have the or Boolean operator, and this is used between terms to broaden your search, and it will look for results that contain either education or health, or it could also include both search terms. Now, the keyword here is broaden, while the and Boolean operator is narrow. And finally, you have the not Boolean operator, and this is used to omit a term from your search and remove ambiguity. So you can use the not Boolean operator if you want to have a focus search. So if you're going to use this, the system is going to suppress health from appearing within your search results. And I do encourage you to listen carefully because we're going to have a quiz and a game after our session, and you'll win exciting prizes. So I'm going to get the questions from the topics that I'm going to discuss today. All right, so aside from the Boolean operators, you can also use other tips and tricks. And you have here truncation, exact phrase, and parenthesis. So the truncation here can be used to search within the variations of a term. So to use this, you just have to type in the keywords or the root term. Now, in this case, I'm searching for syndrome and I'm looking for variations within syndrome. So I can type in letters S, Y, and D, R, O, M, and then use the asterisk wildcard to replace the last letter. And if I'm going to do this, the system is going to retrieve articles containing syndromes, syndromes, and so on. And aside from replacing a character, you can also use the asterisk wildcard to replace a word. So I have placed the asterisk wildcard in between chief and officer, and this will retrieve records featuring chief medical officer, chief executive officer, or chief financial officer, and so on. Apart from using the truncation, you can also use the exact phrase and enclose your keywords in double quotation marks. And if you're going to do this, the system is going to search for these keywords as a phrase. So we have diplomatic relation. Another tip that you can do is you can also replace the last letter with an asterisk wildcard. So it's going to search for diplomatic relations, relationship, and so on. Now, finally, you have parentheses. So to make better use of the Boolean operators, you can enclose your keywords in parentheses. So the what will happen here is the system is going to prioritize the keywords enclosed in the first parenthesis. And we have health promotion or public health promotion. And the system is going to combine these keywords with the succeeding keywords. So you can use any Boolean operators, but in my example, I'm using the end boolean operator. And the system is going to search for Malaysia or Southeast Asia. And some of you might be wondering why EBSCO is changing the EBSCOhost user experience. So just a caveat, we're going to use the new EBSCOhost user interface. And the reason behind this is to meet the ever evolving user expectations for accessing, searching, choosing, and using the library's resources. And we're also introducing many new features, which I'm going to cover during this session, including personalized dashboards, new ways to share and like resources, reading ebooks, and much more. So another question that you might have in mind is how the new EBSCOhost differs from what we have today. So we have reimagined the new EBSCOhost experience and user interface based on customer feedback, usage data, user research, and usability studies. And on that note, let's head over to the live demonstration and we're going to do a learning by doing session. And I'm going to show you how you can access the EBSCOhost platform through your library website. There you go. So I'm just going to go to your library website and here is the main landing page of your UOW Malaysia library website. Now, if you want to access your electronic resources, you can you can scroll down and then you have here your electronic resources. Just click on this one and then search for the databases. Click on the positive icon, scroll through the list, and you should be able to see your EBSCOhost. Now, if you click on this will prompt you to sign in. So you can use your user ID and password to log in. And if you're having any trouble in authenticating, please reach out to your librarians and they will be happy to assist you. And since I'm not part of your institution, I'm going to access your platform using my internal account. And here is the main landing page of EBSCOhost platform. So this is the new EBSCOhost user interface. And the next thing that we're going to do is run an advanced search. So the advantage of using the advanced search is it will help you come up with a more targeted search. So for example, I'm going to show you the search example here. So we have here the screenshot of the advanced search. This will also be useful If you come across a research question, so we have, does artificial intelligence encourage cheating in education? So the database that we're going to use is Academic Search Complete. And what we're going to do with the research question is we're going to extract the keywords that we're going to use for our search. And we're going to use artificial intelligence, cheating, and education. And we're going to combine this using the AND Boolean operator. Now to do this, I'm going to demonstrate to you how you can run an advanced search, and I'm just going to so here is the main landing page of the advanced search, and we're going to type in those keywords individually in the search field. So you have multiple rows, and one of the advantages of using an advanced search is it will allow you to use the Boolean operators, and you can also select the field codes. So searchable field codes can be used to search within a specific section of a record. For example, if you're searching for the title of the document, then you may select the title. And in case you're looking for the author's name, just scroll through the list and then you have the author field code. All right, so I'm not going to use any field codes and I'm just going to leave mine to all fields. And this is called unqualified search. So it's going to search for the title, the search, and the subjects and so on. So this is like your generic search. So we're going to start with artificial intelligence, followed by cheating, and then finally education. So if you click on search, it's going to run a search and it's going to show us the search results. Now, as mentioned, one of the advantages of using the advanced search is it will help you come up with a targeted search. So it yielded a total of 1,790 results. And if you want to further narrow this down, you have your filters located just beneath the find field, and you have the full text, peer reviewed, your all time limiter. This is the publication date limiter. And then you also have here the source type. Now, this is not the be all and end all of filters. These are the filters that you'll usually use. And if you want to access the entire list of limiters, you can click on all filters and it's going to show us this panel. And here are the limiters that you can use. So these are all of the limiters that you can access. So you have the full text. You can limit this one to peer reviewed, and you can also adjust the publication date. So let's say you only want to search resources published within the last 5 years. So you can go to publication date and then select past 5 years. You can also select a specific database. You have your source types. If you're looking for magazines or academic journals, just tick this box and then this will be listed in the active filters. If you scroll down, you also have other limiters as well, but I'm not going to go through the entire list here. So you can use the subject, Lexel, you have the publication, the publisher, and you also have the company, language, geography, the industry limiter. So if you're searching for specific industry, so you can use the industry limiter. Now, since you have 43 more results, you don't want to open the entire list here. So what you can do is use the search box and then type in the industry here. So you don't have to open the entire list. So as you can see, this is a very long list. So you can use the search field here to run or search for the industry. So you can also change the sorting option. You have hit count and you can also change this to alphabetical list. All right, so going to close this or go back to the filters, and you also have the categories as well. Now, if I scroll up, I have here my active filters. So once you select a limiter, it will be listed under the active filters. So this feature helps you to efficiently track the limiters that you have selected and remove any of the limiters as deemed necessary. So you can click on the X icon, or if you want to remove all of the limiters, you can click on clear all. And if you want to apply the limiters, just click on apply, and this will be applied to our search results. So as you can see, it narrowed down my search results to 589 results. Now, if I go back to the filters, you may also notice that there is a lock icon at the top right. And this makes all filters stick until you remove them. It could be either through deselection, by clicking on the X icon, or by clicking on clear all. So when the displayed icon is locked, all filters will remain despite modifying the search query. So if I keep this to keep filters between searches, even if I modify my search query here, the filters, the three filters that we've selected will remain. But if I remove the filters between searches, if I modify my search query here, the filters here, the three filters will automatically be removed. So you can decide whether you want to keep filters or remove the filters between searches. Now, going back to the search results, the results here by default are sorted according to relevance, but you can click on the drop down and then you can change the sorting option. You have date newest, date oldest, and again, as mentioned by default, you have relevance. And you can also create a search alert, and I'm going to skip this for now. But if you want to create a search alert, just click on the three dots and then you have the create alert. Just a reminder, if you're going to create an alert, it will prompt you to log in to your personal user account. And I'm also going to show you later how you can sign in. And if you haven't created your personal user account, and I'm also going to show you how you can sign up for free. All right, so if you scroll down, if you want to access the succeeding pages, just click on show more results, and it's going to show you the second page of the results. And you can now review the items here. You can see that we have the peer reviewed badge. So it's just going to show you whether this item has been peer reviewed or not. And it's also going to show you the source type. You have academic journals. And let's say you've also selected ebooks, you'll see ebooks from or within the search results. You can also see the title. You have the abstract. So if you want to access more information about the abstract, just click on show more, and you can also collapse this. You have here your subjects, and the subjects here are hyperlinked. So if you click on any of the subjects, it's going to rerun a search. You can also do that for the authors. And if you want to bookmark this item, just click on the bookmark icon, and then this will be saved in your dashboard. So if you bookmark this item, this will be saved in your save tab, and you can log out. So if you log out of the platform and then you log in the following day, you'll be able to access those items in your save resources, provided that you log into your My EBSCO account. Just beside the bookmark icon, you can click on the three dots. You have different tools and features. So if you go to Cite, this will enable you to grab the citation. And if you want to use a different citation style, just click on the drop down and we have here 9 different citation styles. So EBSCO supports 9 different citation styles. So if you're using APA 7th edition, just click on this and then copy this to clipboard. And we also have a note here that is telling you to consult your library for more information on citing resources. Just beside the copy citation, you have the export citation. You can export this in RIS format. If you're using Mendeley, Zotero, you can click the export in RIS format. You also have export to EasyBib, to RefWorks, and so on. Now, aside from grabbing the citation, you can also add an item to your project. And I'm going to skip this for now, and I'm going to show you later how you can add projects and also create new projects as well. You can also share this with anyone. You can upload this to your Google Drive, to your OneDrive, and you can also grab the persistent link. So the persistent link will generate a permanent link. So if you grab this link and then share this with, let's say, your friends or your colleagues or your classmates, if they click on the link, they will be redirected to this title, to this article. And next to the share button, you have the email. You can email this to yourself or to someone. And if you're going to email this to several people, you can separate each email address using a semicolon. Now, going back, you also have here the option to download the article. Now, if the full text is available, you should see the full text version. So you have the PDF here. So if you go and click on the three dots, if you click on download, you have the option to download the full text, and you can also download metadata only. Now, I also want to quickly mention this is a tip. So since we don't have the option to do bulk exporting for the metadata, what you can do is bookmark the item that you want to save. So let's say I'm doing a research on artificial intelligence and I find this resource is relevant to my study. I can bookmark this and these items will be saved in my save tab. So please note that you have to sign into your MyEBSCO account first, and then this is where we can bulk export the items. So I'm going to show you later how you can do bulk export. Now, if you want to access the detailed record, just click on the title or you can click on view details and it's going to bring you to the bibliographic information. You have here the title, the subject terms, the author supplied keywords, and so on. If I scroll up, I can access the tools that I've discussed. You can bookmark this, add this to your project, and so on. Now, if I want to access the full text and I want to read this article online, I can click on Access Now, and it's going to show me the PDF version of this article. So this is the full text. There you go. So here is the full text version of the item. If I want to download this, I can just click on the download button. I have two options. I can download this in full text, or if I'm doing bibliography, I can access metadata and then download the metadata information. You can also use this tool. So the PDF viewer here looks a bit different from the previous PDF. So in the new UI, you can now use the text to speech feature. So this feature is only available when you access the HTML full text in the classic version. But in the new UI, regardless of the format, you can now use the text to speech feature. Again, you still have here the tools that I have discussed, and you can also print this if you want to. If you're connected to a local printer, just select your printer's name and then click on print. There you go. So that is how you can access and search using the EBSCOhost platform. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I am reviewing the chat box. So I'm just double checking. All right, so no questions so far. But again, if you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat box. So that's how we can do an advanced search. And the next thing that I'm going to talk about is how you can use your EBSCOhost to retrieve SWOT analysis. So SWOT analysis explores the microenvironment in which the business operates whilst also acknowledging external influences. And SWOT analysis stands for S for strengths, weakness, W for weaknesses, O for opportunities, and then T for threats. And in here, we're going to identify what is helpful and harmful to the growth and sustainability of the business, take advantage of the strengths, identify weaknesses, capitalize on opportunities, and then minimize risk and avoid threats. And by using your business source complete, we are going to quickly type in Petronas in the search box, and we're also going to type in CO. This is in uppercase, which is a field code for company entity. And you can also, we're also going to use the source type limiter and then limit our results to SWOT analysis only. All right, so I'm just going to quickly go back to the searching interface, and I'll show you how you can search for SWOT analysis. Now to go back, you can click on the back or the arrow here on the upper left hand corner of your screen, and it should take us back to the detailed record. Now if you want to run a new search, you can click on the new search, and it's going to take us to the main landing page of the platform. Now, as mentioned, we're going to search for Petronas, and we're also going to use the field codes. And since we don't have the company entity field code in the dropdown, we're going to just type in CO in uppercase, and then we're going to type in Petronas. Now, before we run our search, as mentioned, we're going to use a limiter. So I'm going to show you how you can use a limiter here. So first is, as mentioned, we're going to use business source complete. So if you want to trim down the databases here, just click on the searching tab here. You have the hyperlink, and then it's going to show you your subscriptions. And since we're only going to use business source complete, we're going to deselect all of the databases and then cherry pick business source complete. Now I'm going to click on select. Now, prior to searching, we're going to scroll down because we're going to use this limiter called document type. Sorry, it should be publication type. So if you scroll down, you have SWOT analysis. Now, once we have selected the limiter, we're going to click on search, and it's going to run the search, and it's going to show us 19 results. Now here are the SWOT analyses. We have here Petronas, and there you go. So that's how you can use EBSCOhost to search for SWOT analysis. So if you have any questions about this, please let me know. Now, if you have come up with a great search results and wanted to stay updated on the changes on the search results, what you can do is set up a search alert to save time, as you won't have to constantly check the platform for new information. So as shown earlier, you can click on the three dots and then click on create account or create alert rather. And since I haven't signed in, it's going to prompt me to sign in. If I click on the sign in button, it's going to prompt me to authenticate using my username and my password. Now, if you haven't created your account, you can click on the sign up button, and it's going to show you a form that sits behind it. So in here, you must fill out this. You must type in your first name, your last name, your email address, and you must also create a password. And there are guidelines here in creating a password. And once you're done filling out the form, just tick this consent box and then click on create account. Again, this is free. So you can actually create your account and you'll be able to access more features that sits behind authentication. And once you're done, just click on sign in. I'm going to sign into my account. There you go. So once you have signed in, you can now create a search alert. So here is the form. You can change the alert name. So let's say I don't want to call this Petronas. So I'm going to call this SWOT analysis. I can also include a brief description. Adjust the frequency. I can change this to daily, weekly, or monthly. And then I can also change the notifications, the settings for the notifications. And if I'm creating an alert on behalf of someone, I can also change this and then type in the email address of the recipient. Now, once I'm done, I'm going to click on create alert, and that's how we can create an alert. So we have here the confirmation that we have successfully created an alert. And if I close this, I can now view my alerts in the dashboard. But I'm not going to discuss that yet. We're going to discuss that later. Now, the next thing that we're going to take a look at is the publication search. So publication search will help us search for specific journal, magazine, or ebook. So to run a publication search, just click on the new search and then go to advanced. So by default, we're landing on the advanced search page. And here is the publications. So just beside the filters, you can click on the publications and use the A to Z list, or you can also search for a specific publication. So for example, we're looking for Harvard Business Review. I'm going to type in my keywords here. I can also change this to alphabetical, match any words or subject and description, or I can also use the A to Z list. So if we go to letter B, let's see if we have business or H rather. If you have Harvard Business Review, but I don't want to actually waste my time scrolling through the list here. So I'm just going to use the search box and then type in Harvard Business Review. Again, I can change this if I want to view the results alphabetically. You have your three radio buttons. And I'm going to run a quick search and you have here Harvard Business Review. So what you can do here is tick this box and then append this to your search box. Now, the title here or the publication will be appended in our search box. And if you want to search for a specific keyword or search within Harvard Business Review, you can use the row here, the second row, to type in your keywords. Now, let's say I'd like to search marketing within Harvard Business Review. I can type in my keywords and then run a search. And as you can see, we have marketing here under the subjects, and the entire results here, the 5,361 results, are all coming from Harvard Business Review. Because what I'm doing here is search within the publication. So that's the publications. Again, this is a title lookup tool. So if you're looking for a specific title, journal, ebooks, and so on, you can use the publications. Now, next to that, you also have the subjects. Now, when using the new EBSCOhost interface, you can browse a list of subjects, people, and places in specific EBSCO database thesaurus, or you can also browse the collections. Now, the browse subjects here, since I'm only using business source complete, if I select my databases here, all right, so this will show me this drop down. So if I only want to search within business thesaurus, I can click on the drop down. Now, I also have here academic search complete, my communications, and so on. Now, let's say I want to use business thesaurus and I'm doing research about business. So you can type in your keywords here. So the keywords here are coming from a controlled vocabulary. So if we type in marketing, this will be useful if you want to create a targeted search. So if you type in marketing, so it's telling us that marketing is indexed within this thesaurus. So you have marketing, marketing and psychology, and so on. So you can tick this one. So if we're going to explode this as the name suggests, it's going to explode the term and it's going to include the narrower terms within marketing. Now, if you want to add this to your search, you can click on add to search. And if you want to create a really targeted search, you can scroll through the list and let's say you want to add marketing and psychology. So you can click on add to search, and then run a search. So it's going to combine these two keywords. And as mentioned, it's going to retrieve 71 results only because these keywords are coming from a controlled vocabulary. So that's how you can run a publication and a subject search. And finally, we're going to discuss the dashboard. So in the dashboard, this is where you can find your projects, your saved resources, the items, the your recent searches, and the items that you viewed and your holds and checkouts. Now, if you go to overview, so please note that you have and you must sign in to be able to access the dashboard. So if you're not going to sign in, the items that you'll save here will be this will be your temporary storage. Now, if you sign in, the items that you save in your dashboard will be saved permanently. So if you go to overview, it's going to show you your most recent projects, the items that you saved, your recent searches, and then the items that you viewed. And if you want to access your entire list of projects, you can go to projects tab. And then you have, so I have here the projects that I have created. And if I want to create a new project, I can click on the plus icon and then I can give this project a name. So let's say it's UOW. I can include the due date. So I can set this on 15th of June and I can also include a brief description. Now, once I'm done, I can click on create and here is the project that I have created. I can add items to this project. So let's say I'm doing a research on online learning. And this will help me organize the resources as well. So if I click on the three dots, click on add to project, I have here my project for UOW. So again, as mentioned, this will help you in organizing the items within your EBSCOhost platform. So if you go to the projects and if we access UOW, here is the article that I've saved. Now, if I want to bulk export the items within my project, I can tick this box. So let's say I have another item here. So I can just tick this box here and it's going to select the entire list. Now you have two options. You can export this using our export citation tool. And then you can also download this. So you have the metadata here and you have different formats. Now, aside from the projects, you also have here your saved resources. So let's say you bookmark an item, it will be saved in your saved tab. So here are the records. And if you have saved a search, so a search query, you can go to searches. And here are the searches that I have saved. So if you go to searches, here are your search history. So let's say I want to save this and I want to rerun this search in the future. So I can click on the bookmark icon and then this will be saved in my searches. I don't have to worry about losing this search query. I can just go to my save tab and then go to searches. Now if I go to viewed, sorry, before that, I'm going to go back to searches and you also have here your search alerts tab. And this is where you're going to manage your search alerts. So you have SWOT analysis here. So if you want to configure this alert, just click on the three dots and then click on edit alert. All right. So aside from that, you can also delete an alert. If you want to stop our system from sending you notifications, just click on the three dots and then click on the dustbin icon to delete. Now the viewed here will be for the recently viewed items. If you open a detailed record, you'll be able to view those items in your viewed. All right, so that is EBSCOhost. So I hope that's clear. So before we continue, just wondering if you have any questions or clarifications before we head over to EBSCO ebooks. All right, so I'm just checking our chat box. So no question so far. So I think I can continue with the EBSCO ebooks. So before we head over to the live demonstration, I would like to provide a brief information on different ways to read an ebook. So first is reading an ebook online. So to read an ebook online, you only need three simple things that I'm quite sure you already have. So first is your computer, next is access to the internet, and lastly, an internet browser. So you can also export. You can do this by saving, emailing, or printing a portion of an ebook to view offline. And you can also read ebooks on mobile browser. However, this will require access to internet or Wi-Fi. And I also like to mention that there are two ebook formats which you can access. First is PDF and second one is EPUB. So the difference between accessing the two ebook formats is the PDF here is ideal, especially if you want to have a full scroll through the entire book, and this works best on desktop machines. And page numbers are also included if you're going to use the PDF versions. And the EPUB, on the other hand, fits and formats to any device, and this is considered the most accessible ebook format. However, the disadvantage of EPUB is it does not have page numbers. And some ebook titles are available in both PDF and EPUB format, so you can pick and choose which format you'd like to access the ebooks. While some versions might just have one or the other. Now, aside from accessing the ebooks online, you can also download the ebook and read the ebooks offline. And this will require you to download some additional software for DRM or digital rights management. So DRM stands for digital rights management, and these are protected titles. So if you come across this title, it means that a publisher has put restrictions in downloading or saving a portion of an ebook. Now, aside from downloading additional software, you also must have your My EBSCO account. So this is your personal account to manage your loans and your checkouts. And I also want to mention that we do offer DRM free ebooks. And if you see a DRM free titles, it require no additional software or folders to download the entire book. So without further ado, let's now head over to the browser again, and I'm going to show you how you can access your ebooks. All right, so since we're going to access your ebook collection, I'm going to click on the new search. You have the new search button. I'm going to click on all databases. I'm deselecting my databases here because I want to specifically use ebook collection. Now, once I tick this, I'm going to click on select, and then the results here will be filtered to ebook collection only. Now, let's say I'm looking for ebooks on global warming. So I can type in global warming in the search field. So you have the autocomplete feature, by the way. So you have global warming, globalization, and so on. So I'm going to type in global warming and then run my search. Again, it's going to show me the search results, and then I can scroll through the list. You can also limit this down using the filters here, and you can review the bibliographic information. If you want to view the abstract, just click on show more. And if you want to access the detailed record, just click on view details. Now, in the bibliographic information, you have here permissions. So if you hover over this one, and if you click on this, it's going to take you to EBSCO Connect. And you have information about publisher permissions for an ebook title. So if I go back, the publisher permission here are, as mentioned, the parameters set by the authors, which control the number of pages that can be printed or saved, as well as any restrictions on copying and pasting ebook content into another document. And this will also show you the number of pages that you can print, email, and save. So the maximum number for this title is 10 pages. If you scroll down, it's also going to show you the download information. So the restriction on downloads, which states that this download can be, or this ebook can be downloaded or not. And it's also going to show us restrictions about copying and pasting. I'm going to access a different title and I'll show you how you can download an ebook because that title is not available for downloading. All right, so let me try to access this first ebook here. There you go. So as you can see, you have the option to download this. So it's telling me that this is available for download. However, it requires Adobe Digital Editions to read this ebook. And if you want to download a portion, if you don't want to download the entire book, you can go to table of contents and you have different chapters. But since we don't have the option to download a print or a chapter or a print or email, so we don't have the log or the download icons. Now, in case the publisher permits us to download a portion of an ebook, we'll be able to see this download icon succeeding the name of or the content or the chapter. Now, if I go here, if I want to download chapter 1, I can click on the download icon and then it's going to show us the page number. So the total number of pages within this chapter is 22 pages, but unfortunately, the maximum number of pages that I can download is capped to 10. So what we can do is just custom the page range and I can just select 1 to 5 pages. So since this entire chapter is a 22 page chapter, so I can just download the first 1 to the first 1 to 5 pages. So if you click on download, as you can see, you have here the downloaded chapter. All right, so let's see. All right, so let me try to do this again. So I'm just going to download this for the purpose of showing you. I'm just going to download acknowledgements and we have 2 pages and it's still within the number of pages that I can download. All right, so unfortunately it's not showing me the downloaded file, but that's how you can download a chapter. Now, if I go back, if I want to download the entire ebook, I can go here and then click on, so if I click on access now, all right, so just going to refresh this. All right, so please bear with me for a moment. I'm just going to quickly log in again. Okay, so I'm going to just access your ebook again. Going to go here and then select ebook collection. There you go. So I'm going to access the full text. Ooh. All right, so there is an issue here. Let me try to access a different title. All right, so if I want to download this, I can click on the download button and it's going to prompt me to sign in since this ebook is DRM protected. So I'm just going to click on sign in. So as shown earlier, you must sign in using your username or your email address and then your password. Just click on sign in. And once you have signed in, you can now download this ebook. There you go. So as mentioned, apart from that, another requirement is these software called Adobe Digital Editions. Now, if you don't download this software, you won't be able to download this ebook. So to download the Adobe Digital Editions, just click on the hyperlink and it's going to take you to the website of Adobe. And you have here the links. So if you're downloading this, and you can download this in Mac or in Windows. Now, once you have downloaded this, you can go back to the title, tick this box, and then click on download. So you can also decide or choose the length of checkout. You have a maximum of 7 days here to download this ebook. But I'm just going to select 4 days and then click on download. There you go. So here is the title. If I open this one, it's going to take me to Adobe Digital Editions. And this is where I can read the DRM protected downloaded title. So it's still loading. All right, so while waiting, so I'm going to show you. So here are the titles that I have downloaded. So I'm just going to reshare my screen. I think I'm not sharing my screen. There you go. So here is my library, and this is Adobe Digital Editions. So I have here the titles that I have downloaded in the past. So if I see a red here, it means that the access here, or the title has already expired. And if I see an orange here, it means that I still have few days to access and read the ebook. All right, so here is the book that we've downloaded. Here is the cover to cover version. And if I go back to the library, again, as mentioned, you have here the titles that you have downloaded. And now that's the EBSCO ebooks. And we're finally down to our last topic. And this is EBSCO mobile app. So I'm going to quickly share my phone screen, and I'm going to show you how you can download the EBSCO mobile app. But before that, I do want to encourage everyone to download the EBSCO mobile app. So EBSCO mobile app is available for both Apple and Android devices, and this app gives you ubiquitous access to your library's content. And if you want to download the app, just scan the QR code. As mentioned, this is available for both Apple and Android devices. And if you want to download the app, you may scan the code. For those of you who are using Apple, scan the QR code on the left side. And for those of you who are using Android devices, here is the QR code for Android. So just a note, these are the operating system requirements, the minimum operating system requirements. So your operating system must at least be running for Apple iPhones and iPads. It should be iOS 11 plus. And for Android devices, it should be Android 9 plus. And you can also download this to Chromebook that supports Android apps via Google Play. Okay, so I'm going to quickly share my phone screen. And I hope that everyone can see my screen. So I have already downloaded the app. Now here is the EBSCO mobile app. Sorry, I'm just looking for the app here. There you go. So here is EBSCO mobile app. So if I tap on this one, I'm just going to quickly log out. So this will be your main landing page, and it's going to prompt you to log in. So you have two options. You can log in using your institution. So if you tap on access your institution, it's going to prompt you to search for the name of your institution. And you can use the search field. So you just have to type in university of Wollongong in Malaysia. All right. All right. So I'm just going to double check because your institution is not appearing from the list. But essentially, that is the process. You can look for your institution. And another option here is, all right, so let's see if we have UOW Malaysia. There you go. So you have, thank you for that. So, and we have your UOW Malaysia, KDU University College. So to sign in, just tap on this one, tap on connect your institution, and this will prompt you to log in using, so just tap on continue. And then this will prompt you to log in using your login details. So you just have to type in your user ID and then your password. Now, another option here that you can use is the EBSCO Open Research. So the EBSCO Open Research will be helpful for users who are first not affiliated with an institution subscribing to EBSCO's resources or products, those who are not or are affiliated but can't find their institution and they find my organization list. And finally, they can find their institution and they find my organization list, but they don't have the credentials to sign in to their profile or their credentials are not working. So we're going to access with your institution. So as mentioned, just type in UOW and then sign in. But for me, I'm going to access this using my demo account and I'm going to type in EBSCO Information Services. All right, so I'm going to tap on connect your institution. I'm going to continue and I'm going to quickly sign in to my account there. Now, once I sign in, this will be my main landing page. Since I use my personal user account to sign in, I don't have to sign in twice. And my experience here will also be personalized. So in the landing page, I have 3 rows here. So I have the recently viewed. So I can swipe to the left to see the articles that I have recently viewed while using the app. So I can tap the article to view it again. Now, just beneath that, I also have here my recommendation. So as I view items in the app, it will recommend me related materials here. So let's say I open a title. So the app will automatically recommend titles that are relevant and related to that title. I also have here discover recent subjects, and subjects in this area are displayed based on articles you have viewed while using the app. Now, if you want to do a keyword search, just tap on the magnifying glass, and this will allow us to enter search terms in the search box. So as you can see, you have here the filter keys, and this will allow us to enter, or you can use this to filter your search prior to searching or conducting a search. So you can, let's just use a different keyword here. So I'm going to use marketing. So again, you have here the autocomplete feature. And once you type in your keywords, the system is trying to recommend terms. And you can click on one of the suggested terms if you want to, or you can also type in your search terms, your complete the search terms. So I'm going to tap on marketing and it's going to run a search. So we have here the search results. So you can use the limiters. You have peer-reviewed, full text, and then you have the all dates. And if you're looking for ebooks only, you can use the source type and then tap on ebooks. So just tap on apply, and then it's going to filter the results to ebooks only. You can bookmark this if you want to. So this item or this title will be saved in my dashboard in my bookmark here. So if you want to access the detailed record, just tap on the title of the ebook and it's going to take you to the detailed record. So you have here the title, the abstract. If you scroll down, you have here additional details such as the authors, ISBN, and so on. Now, if I swipe up, I also have here the more like this, and these are the titles. Unfortunately, we don't have related titles here, but as mentioned, so let's try this title. So the more like this will give you recommendations based on the subject of this title. So we're currently viewing marketing basics. And if I tap on more like this, here are the top 5 recommendations. So I can also explore other ebook titles. I can also swipe the subjects here, and the subjects here are hyperlinked. So this will allow me to rerun my search. And in case I want to access this online, I can tap on access options and I have 2 options. If my institution allows me to download this ebook, I can tap on ebook download or download ebook. But in case I just want to read this online, I can tap on read online and it's going to show me the full text version of this ebook. It's taking a while. My apologies. My app here is a bit sluggish because of my internet connection because it's currently raining cats and dogs in the Philippines. All right, let me try to refresh that and then tap on read online again. There you go. So here is the title page. And if I want to access the succeeding pages, I can just swipe my screen. And if I want to zoom in the text, I can move my index finger and my thumb away from each other. So that is how you can zoom in the text, or you can also use the positive or the negative buttons on the lower right hand corner of your screens. And you also have here the 3 dots, and this will show us the tools and features. So as shown earlier, you can grab the citation. Again, we have 9 different citation styles. And then you can also share this, view the details about this ebook. So here is your publisher permissions. So it's going to show you the information about numbers of copies, the number of pages that you can print, email, and save, and then whether you can copy or paste the content. You can also see the table of contents. You don't have to actually swipe through the entire content. And you can also do a search within. So if you're looking for a specific phrase or keyword, you can just type in the phrase here. So let's say going to a search marketing. And we have 14 results here or 14 matches. So you can scroll through the list. And if you tap on the page, this will bring us to the specific page number. Okay, so that's how you can view the ebook online. So if you decide to download this and read this remotely, so what you can do is tap on access options and then download this ebook. So as mentioned, so if you haven't signed into your personal user account, this will prompt you to sign in if the ebook is DRM protected. Now, once you have signed in, so the advantage of using the mobile app is you don't have to download Adobe Digital Editions. As you can see, if you download the app and if you have signed in to your personal user account, you just have to choose the checkout link. So the maximum days that I can borrow this is 7 days. So I'm just going to select 3 days and then download the ebook. So here is the downloaded ebook title. So I have here marketing basics. And to access the succeeding pages, I can use the slider here or I can tap on the arrows. I can also use the tools here. If I tap on the book icon, it's going to show me the bookmarks. I can access the table of contents. I can also do a search within, and then I can also go to a specific page number. So if I want to go to page 22 or 20 rather, so I can also view the table of contents. If I tap on the table of contents icon, so I have different chapters here. And I can also adjust the text size if I zoom in. So this will increase the font of the text, or the text size rather. And I can also change the theme. I'm currently using the dark mode, but I can change this to white if I want to. And again, this is your search within if you're looking for a specific phrase or a term. And I can also bookmark this. Now that's how you can download a title. So if you want to access the items that you've bookmarked, just tap on the bookmark icon. And then you have here your saved items and your ebooks as well. So if you have downloaded an ebook, just tap on the ebooks tab. And then you have here different titles. So these are the ebooks that I have downloaded. And if I bookmark anything, I can also go to saved items. So that concludes our training for today. So before we wrap up, I'm just going to quickly share with you our help and support resources. So we call this EBSCO Connect, and I have here the link with me. So if you want to access this, I'm going to share these slides with you later. So if you tap on this one, sorry, there you go. So here is EBSCO Connect. So here is the URL. So if you go here, there you go. So here is the landing page of EBSCO Connect. So you can go here and then search for any keywords. So if you want to search for limiters, just type in limiters and it's going to show you the results. So you have Sinal special limiters, or you can use the generic limiters and so on. So you can also go to EBSCO Connect, go to Learning tab, and we call this EBSCO Academy. So you can watch a video. You can browse our collections as well. So if you go to watch a video, so it's going to show you the recordings here, are different recordings. And if you're looking for a specific recording, just type in the keyword here or the name of the platform. And let's say we're interested in watching a recording on mobile app. So we have the recording on mobile app. Now, finally, you also have your instructor-led courses. So you can attend to any of our public webinars. You can register for any of our public webinars. So if I go to Oceania and Southeast Asia, here are the list of topics, the schedule, and then the name of the trainer. And if you're looking for a topic or a class, you can just use the search box here, type in mobile app, and then run a quick search. So here is the topic, the name of the host, and then the button to register. So I'm going to just quickly share this in the chat box. So if you're interested in attending any of our sessions, so please feel free to register. So I'm going to share the link in the chat box.